Table with Next Gen.
Obviously, the 2K community wants to know more about 2K21, so we wanted to invite one member of the 2K community on the show today.
Welcome, Agent 00 to 2K TV. Agent, what has been up lately?
I've just been focusing on content, to be honest with you. That's really been it. That's been my life. Every moment from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm just working on some kind of different video. Mike, you've been ghost, man. We've just been like.
Up next, welcome to 2K Sports for a DA. Well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And for the Pacers, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2. Now here's Sexton. Drummond trying to get himself free. And he banks in the layup. And the Oladipo injury last year, many teams would have folded and losing an all-star like that. But head coach Nate McMillan refused to wave the white flag. Got his team together. They played a little bit differently. And they survived.
They did, and I think the biggest reason they survived is they're in the Eastern Conference. And it's a lot easier to survive when you're in the same conference where Orlando goes like 22-11 to end the season.
Yes.
I was impressed by the fight they had, and you really saw in the playoffs like how little talent they had. You know, they were kind of hanging around those first couple Celtic games. And then you have like Wesley Matthews taking the game-deciding shot. And, you know, they really were scrappy, and they definitely overachieved. To lose your best player when you have no other all-star on the team and still make the playoffs and do what they did, I thought was impressive.
Shows you how impressive it can be to have a player like Oladipo who plays both ends very well.
Right.
But the importance of an all-star on that team is you can't make the postseason without it.
And actually weirdly good for him to get a taste of not being there. And sometimes guys come back from that and they're at even a higher level.
Bill, if you were building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's
Still
turning 25 this year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him. He's so athletic, and he really cares, and is really competitive, and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's how I feel.
Here's Warren. Following the basket by Colin Sexton. Warren, good.
You don't want to give T.J. Warren, who's a gifted scorer, that kind of positioning. You're just gifting him points.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Well, some great passers have come into the league this season. Let's see which rookies are tops in assists. Second is Darius Garland.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor. Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Here's Warren. Knocks it loose. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And, Bill, we've seen more and more teams base their offenses around three-point shooters. Threes are at an all-time high. We know that. And should the NBA, that in mind, do anything to address this via any rule change, which I don't know what that would mean, but it has been talked about.
I don't like changing. I think it's going to manifest itself with it doesn't work in the playoffs as well. And teams are going to slowly realize like that you need to blend an inside-outside game at least a little bit.
Well, you can't lose with the game. No, it's bigs and small, it's inside, it's outside.
And it's still passing and unselfishness. The Warriors take a lot of threes, but they're the most unselfish team we have, and they create a lot of layups, and they play, you know, they're really creative. And you just can't, that just can't be your thing is we shoot 53s, here's our offense. The problem is you're still going to get in these games where 2 points really matters, you know, and that's what you saw with Kawhi in the playoffs last year. these games slow down. It's going to be a 92-89 ending, and your team needs to get 10 baskets in the fourth quarter. No matter how you're going to get them, you still need somebody to do that too.
Indiana again missing. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls in Chicago. And Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a player you try to channel or emulate, try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes, yes.
Oh, well, now, at this point in my life, it's Davis Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah. Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yeah, yes. What a great stroke.
I emulate all stretch fours who don't guard anybody.
Yeah.
That's who I am at this point in my life. I run from three-point line to three-point line.
You stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0 because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. And don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks.
Yeah, you are. You're a great screen
set some picks.
You're a great pick and roll. A second chance effort. Here's Bitadze. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
Nance with no one around. Rebounded by McDermott. Pacers trail by 5. Holiday, the pass to Bitadze. Here's McConnell. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Bitadze. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. And Porter, here we go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
And the second free throw, good. Holiday looking for an opening. Stolen by Thompson. Now Cleveland moving it up. Garland leading the charge. A putback, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this word. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. Nance and Johnson are up front. Then it's Porter. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Windler in at the 2 spot.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Bill, you're a basketball historian. We know that. Do fans romanticize too much about the past?
I would say the other way. I think they don't appreciate it enough, especially like the millennials and Gen Z. You know you're out there. You're playing this game right now. They tend to think the league started when Kobe showed up and that the 90s and the 80s didn't happen. I sense a real resentment from the younger fans with the LeBron versus MJ thing because LeBron's their guy. They got to watch LeBron. They don't want to hear that MJ was better than him. So they make the case for LeBron and the way things are now.
But what about like the Oscar Robertsons, the Elgin Baylors? And we talked about, my goodness, you talk about some of these players. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the
fantastic
60s,
numbers.
70s, 80s.
Oh.
I think part of what hurts is people can go on YouTube and when you watch some of the older stuff, nobody's playing.
Outside Turner to the paint. Got that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket for McDermott. Miles Turner, the lengthy big man for Indiana, challenges shots. We know that, protects the rim well. The jump shot of his is not too bad.
Yeah, and sometimes he has these little moon shots in traffic that I really like. He is the X factor for this Pacers team. They need him to become not an all-star, but a borderline all-star. Somebody that can eventually be like a 19-9 type guy. Oladipo needs a sidekick. Turner, the pieces are there. I haven't seen him been able to put it together yet. He's also like 14 years old,
Yeah,
so
he's
there's
so young.
plenty of time.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Sampson kicks to McDermott. Here's Sumner. Good on the bucket.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Sexton finds Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
The pass to Sumner. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's McDermott, and the rejection by Love. Nice shot by McDermott. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Here's Sexton. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Sexton's got 11.
Closer Sexton gets to the basket, the more dangerous he can become, and the defense has got to recognize that.
McDermott passes to Brogdon. 2 minutes. 2-1. Back to McDermott. Puts it up from 17. Turner. No good that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
McDermott can't get it to go.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Well, Bill, I know you've got to run. Marvelous to have you on the program. Wish we could do it more often.
Let's do it right now. I don't have to run. Can I stay?
Yes, you can
All
always
right.
stay.
I don't want to leave.
You have a free ticket here anytime
I
you
want
want.
to stay, please.
The microphone's always open.
Thank you.
You know, Brent, it's a different kind of broadcast with Bill Simmons mic'd up. He lets it rip.
Well, the thing about Bill is he's not going to hold back. He has some great, strong opinions, and he backs it up with a lot of facts due to the fact that he knows the history of the game quite well.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Thompson, left side. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Tristan not worrying in the least about the defense that time, just powering through.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Thompson doing a good job looking for his teammates, using his size to see over the defense.
It's Oladipo on the wing. No good on the three. Oh, Nance in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, you could throw it just about anywhere for Larry Nance Jr., and then he'll know what to do with it.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shoot. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. Cleveland did not hesitate to set the pace. Amped up and ready off the tip. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Brogdon, right side.
Kevin Love got his hand up. That was just enough to alter the shot.
Great D that time from Love. Sexton kicks to Garland. Here's Osman. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And Brett, with the corner three being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide, rather than what we see today at 12 feet? That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. Pass to Love. And the dunk by Love.
Love has some height and enough ability to get up and throw it down.
Indiana moving it around. Count that one. 7 points for T.J. Warren.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
Passes to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Oladipo for 3. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And there's Oladipo on the assist by Turner.
Such a good scorer on the inside, finding just a bit of space, and then Oladipo confident to knock that one in.
Over to the wing, takes the 3, tips it up, and Love with his second chance points. Love's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
On the wing, Holiday. Now the dish to Turner. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Turner. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Holiday. Shot on the wing. Up again. Rebound Andre Drummond. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Here's Oladipo, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. And that's now 6 points for Victor Oladipo. Garland dishes to Love. Stolen by Warren. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Oladipo, good. Cleveland leading by 12. Garland, the pass to Drummond. Here's Sexton. And another miss by Cleveland. Indiana's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. And Oladipo kicks to Warren. Back to Oladipo. And the pass to Turner. Oladipo right side. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Shot selection paying off there. Patience by Oladipo, and then knocks it down from the perimeter.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
They're kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 33 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. McConnell, Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Nance passes to Porter. McDermott with the double team. Here's Nance. A rebound by Bitadze. Now here's McConnell. Tight defense on him. Yep, it counts.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Porter. It's off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Garland is out there with Porter. And it's Windler in at the 3 slot. Just 4 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's McDermott. And it's blocked.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. rising up and tossing that one away.
Taken away by Holiday. Here's Sumner. It's blocked. Porter with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, with Tristan's motor and that kind of reach, great job on finishing off the alley-oop.
Sumner kicks to Holiday. Pass to Sumner. Passes it to McConnell. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 5. McDermott finds McConnell. And there's McDermott. That's good on the assist by McConnell. And that's 10 points for Doug McDermott.
Good to see McDermott down in the paint, and then he starts to show off a little bit more touch.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And Thompson throws it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Goes up the baseline, and Sumner gets it to go. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Garland dishes to Thompson. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Porter looking it over. And another 3 for Cleveland. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running. Yes. You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis to get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
McDermott, the tip in on the offensive rebound. McDermott's got 4 this quarter.
It's starting to feel like those college days for McDermott, as right now he's on a roll.
Windler, the pass to Porter. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
To the wing right side, stolen by Thompson.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Cavaliers.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tristan Thompson.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Indiana again turning it over.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Pass to Sexton. For three. Cleveland with a fresh shot clock. Here's Garland. Here's Drummond. And finally they hit one.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Here's Sexton. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Nice D from Warren.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Porter. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Absolutely.
So you're representing the 2K community right now. If there's anything you could ask Mike, what would it be?
It's all gonna be things he can't say. Like, when's it dropping? Like, I need to know everything, man. Like, hey, Mike, just want you to know you are appreciated. I know the devs don't hear that all the time, but I know you be working day in and day out.
Appreciate it, Agent. What kind of questions are you asking specifically?
Like, yo, when's the game release? Is it gonna release for PS4? When's the PS5 gonna release? Is it
And as they gear up for this challenge on the road, a look at the cap. We are... Sure can. All right, DA, thanks. And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
A look at Cleveland's starting group. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. And for Chicago, Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the point. Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the roof. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Sexton scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside, Levine. Over Sexton. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 5 points so far.
You see the screen and roll plenty in today's game. Levine, he's so solid at using it to his advantage.
Sexton's shot is good.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
White drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Now, here's Garland. Tight covering, and there's the contact on the jam. He gets the whistle, but not the bucket, so 2 shots coming up for him.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Now here's White. 20 points for him last game against Orlando.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Now here's Sexton. Not a lot of room. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Rocket 6. The 15-footer, good. He's got 11.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton Public described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Here's White. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. White's got 6.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
And the shot is good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Oh, he launched that one from way outside. That's now 8 points for Zach LaVine.
And you need LaVine to keep connecting from deep. When he does, the floor opens up big time.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Now here's LaVine. 8 points for him.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Garland and White with the block.
And I love seeing White use that athleticism on defense. Great hustle to swat that shot.
Cleveland leading by 3.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Wide open. Count it. Good.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like that go a long way.
And stolen by White. Now here's LaVine. G right on him.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Love kicks to Drummond. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Saransky's checked in for Zach LaVine, and it's done in for White. Chicago making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen, and it's Chandler Hutchison in for Porter. Then for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson comes in for Drummond, and it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. Here's Sexton after the Bulls pick up 2. Nance passes to Porter. And Sexton has it in the corner. Fires the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Done outside. To the inside. It's stolen by Nance. Porter looking it over. With 2 seconds left, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. Over. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Young, Satoransky there with Chris Dunn, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA, and really Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was at that point the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
The putback. Thompson with the rebound. And stolen by Dunn. Stolen by Thompson. And a wide open look for Porter. Thompson, great positioning on the putback.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder who crashes with power.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 3. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
And here are the Cavaliers now, after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Back to Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Windler's shot is off. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. It's good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Oh, Nance in position.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
No, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable. That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Hutchison, guarded by Porter. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Satoransky. And it's wide in for Chris Dunn. Over to the left wing. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Porter. Here's Nance. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Nance is special. How easy is it for him to make the spectacular look routine?
Harrison kicks to Markkanen. And he's good on the 3-ball. Markkanen's got the lead up to 5 now for Chicago. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blaze the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives and bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your...
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Harrison. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Chicago, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Some changes for Chicago. Wendell Carter comes in for White, and Porter subbed in for Lauri Markkanen. Love's checked in for Cleveland. And it's Drummond with the jam.
With unparalleled power and athleticism, Drummond makes dunking look so easy.
And here is Valentine. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. Fires the 3, gets the 3-pointer to fall. Valentine's got 5 points now this quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
And so it's the...
Kevin, thanks.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They were able to squeeze. And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. So it's Chicago now. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Tipping off the second half, here's John Beilein's 5. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forward. And it's Drummond in at center, locking down the middle. The Cavaliers trail by 6.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
Now, here's Porter. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. The offensive rebound. Carter, the pass to Markkanen. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Back to Porter. The tray. Chicago with a new 14. Tries yet again. And there's the bucket from Markkanen. Markkanen's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls.
I love the effort there. It's huge whenever Markkanen uses his body and height to grab offensive board. Oh, that's just a lucky break from deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
And Levine throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Stolen by Markkanen. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Levine's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Osman, guarded by Porter, stolen by Markkanen. Fast break, here comes Chicago. Here's Carter, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Levine dishes to Markkanen. Back to Levine. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and Chris, music. Do you think it's always been this interwoven?
Oh, God, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but Wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit we're going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow, they have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right. Yeah. Now here's Levine. After Colin Sexton's miss. Shot clock at 6. Here's Young. Tries again. The kick out to Porter. Outside, Levine. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Scooped up. Here's Love. There's Garland. That's in there. Love with the assist. Garland's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he's starting to settle in.
Levine for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight, and the foul on Wendell Carter. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Chicago. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Valentine comes in for Porter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Zach LaVine. Then for the Cavaliers, Nancy's checked in for Love. And Porter subbed in for Sexton.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Harrison's checked in for the Bulls. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Garland. Harrison kicks to Dunn. Pass to Valentine. Launches it. The rebound by Nance. Cavaliers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And that one's good by Porter. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Bulls leading by 9. The kick out to Young. Valentine passes to Dunn. Here's Hutchison. Dunn with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. On the clock. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. There's 18 seconds left in the third. To the middle. Here's Porter. Chicago grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Young, here we go. Hutchison uses both hands to slam it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition...
And so it's Chicago, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Valentine. Dunn is out there with Harrison. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Hutchinson in a power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Chicago making a switch here. Cornette's checked in. Drummond's checked in for Cleveland. Osman comes in for Garland.
Yeah, easy call.
And Porter drops them both. The Bulls leading by 9. Here's Harrison. Here's Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
Using all that momentum to his advantage. Dunn is relentless when he's knifing towards the bucket.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
He's the one trying to keep them in this game. A tremendous individual effort.
Dunn kicks to Valentine. There's Harrison, guarded by Porter. And that one's good, Harrison. And the Bulls lead by 11.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Porter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Pass to Harrison. Back to Dunn. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it. And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And the Bulls with another miss. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Love kicks to Sexton. Love trying to break loose. Sexton's shot is good.
You know, we've seen this with Sexton in college, and he can get into a zone and just take over a game offensively.
Tries from 10. Dunn shot's good. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Porter passes to Love. Kicks to Sexton. Now the pass to Osman. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Porter. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
That one goes. Count it.
Oh, man, fantastic awareness from the big man. Drummond has an impressive understanding for when his guys have clean looks.
And Sexton over to help. Dunn passes to Cornette. Offensive rebound. Here's Harrison. Back to Dunn. He kicks to Valentine. Out to the wing. Dunn outside. 1:31 left here in the fourth quarter. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Oh, Porter in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pass to Hutchison. Lots of room. And the shot goes in. And the Bulls lead by 12.
Way to work the inside-out game. Draws the defense in and kicks it out for the open shot.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Chicago.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
With the putback, and Drummond is right there.
An elite offensive rebounder. Drummond judges shots, trajectories, and angles so well. I mean, just great hustle.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. And it's Love with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sexton the pass to Osman. Drummond. Left side, Love. Here's Sexton. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Wonderful vision. I mean, Love could have taken it himself, but has the eyes and the desire to make plays for others.
Here's Cornette. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
What's been your focus going into the year?
How can we make the game fun? And I know that sounds kind of dumb, but a lot of times from the dev standpoint, we're like, how can we make the game more realistic, or how can we make it look more like what we see on TV? Because sometimes those things aren't equal, right? Sometimes a really fun game is not necessarily the most realistic game. So we went to through a lot of just different meetings and
The skyline of Orlando's. And before, well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Orlando. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And checking out Cleveland. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And right now for the Cavaliers, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having enough free time this summer, because they're not going anywhere near the postseason.
And there will be players on the move once this season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. Boris, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions.
So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Pass to Vucevic. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Cannot believe he missed that. I'm sure he can't either.
I agree. Sexton's shot is good.
And Colin Sexton is a scorer. It doesn't matter if he's on the interior. This guy is determined to capitalize.
Pass to Augustine. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Fires for three. Love grabs the board. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
Well, just a little bit of momentum, and Sexton going right to the rim.
Bob pass to Gordon. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Sexton, 6 to shoot, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
What I love about Colin Sexton, guys, is he's super aggressive. He knows speed and athleticism are his advantage, and he makes great use of both of those things.
And the 8th pick back in 2018, Sexton with all the physical tools, Doris, you look for at the point guard position.
Yes, Kevin, but like most young players, there is still a lot to learn for Colin. Some of his vets were not shy about saying that early on. This young man has got time. He's got to put his head down and go to work.
And it goes down 2 points.
Well, a nice job by Colin Sexton to find the open man. You want to see court awareness from the young gun.
Fournier passes to Gordon. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Sexton. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Right around 25 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Even if you key in on him all game, he still finds a way to get his numbers.
Right, the skill, the awareness, the physical ability, it's all there, and that's what makes this guy so hard to check.
Here's Birch, trains it from 9 feet away. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Nance down low. His last outing, 16 points for him. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. Fourth, the Magic.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
Now Porter, after Markelle Fultz missed from long range. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Down low, stolen by Thompson. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Now here's Ross. He's guarded closely and stolen by Sexton. Oh, Porter in position.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against two of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
Here's Carter Williams. The Cavaliers making the shot. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. In the corner, Bamba with it. Over Thompson. Thompson with the rebound. And Porter, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. Porter's got 8.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And so it's Cleveland. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Orlando, they've got Michael Carter-Williams. He's out there with Fultz. Bamba is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Birch into the foursome.
Well, what a job by Mo Bamba to get to his area. Get on the interior, pick your spots. Mo Bamba does just that.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
You can see how long Thompson's arms are when he goes up to finish that alley-oop.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Ross.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track. Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
And Orlando making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Garland's checked in. Here's Windler. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
Here's Bamba, and some very quick points for him on that possession. You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Pushing it up. That is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Carter-Williams.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Trying to get open is Thompson, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Mohamed Bamba. Ennis comes in for Terrence Ross. Fournier's checked in for Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter-Williams. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Well, it's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Gav.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Connects from three-point range.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. A free throw drops for Augustine.
And guys, what you love about DJ Augustine is the leadership he provides to the young guys. They'll lean on him for advice, for knowledge, for sets. This guy is just a key cog.
Garland with the bucket.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Sexton, he's checked in for Porter.
Well, there's a versatility and a fearlessness about which Aaron Gordon goes about his business. This guy can be an effective two-way player who's got to keep working on the defensive end.
Now here is Augustine. He's covered closely at the elbow. Vucevic. 6 on the shot clock. Augustine dishes to Ennis. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Well, this is DJ's role, right? A point guard aware that his responsibility is to orchestrate the offense.
Here's Sexton. They get the rebound. Drummond controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Ennis, good. Ennis has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
And Love throws it down.
You know, just so smart. Kevin Love, tricky, crafty, you name it, he's got it in his game.
Now Gordon. Outside Fournier. To the paint. Vucevic. And that one, good. Vucevic has got his first bucket in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's Cleveland with a 14-point lead. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, it's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead by 14. Kenny, what do you think? And that's a wrap.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but, boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now, let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beilein's 5. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. Stolen by Garland. It's stolen by Ennis. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. The finish, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, the agility, the mobility, the speed of Aaron Gordon in the fast break, just such a tough cover. obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016, LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
Here's Ennis. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Sexton's shot is good. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doors changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
Ennis taking his time here. Augustine passes to Ennis. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay. And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place. Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Here's the lob to the hoop. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots, because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
Fournier passes to Augustine. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart. Oh, great ball movement there.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. The pass to Fournier over Sexton. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got his second bucket of the night.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Cleveland.
Here's Sexton. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Shoots from the baseline, and the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Ennis dishes to Vucevic. Back to Ennis. Vucevic against Drummond. Here's Ennis. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Fournier. Love trying to break loose. Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 14 points for the game.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And it's Gordon missing. The Cavaliers leading by 20. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the call on the... And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Orlando's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Stolen by Thompson. Jumps up, and the jam by Larry Nance.
Well, incredible speed in transition for Larry Nance Jr. Wow.
To the left side wing. Birch kicks to Fultz. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. He gets it up, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Cleveland, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. And there's Gordon. Then it's Bamba, and it's Birch in at the power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Or sometimes what was once considered a negative becomes a positive. For example, tweeners are now looked at as very valuable assets and very versatile assets.
Yeah, Kev, no doubt. Like, think about how much the game has changed for players like Draymond Green, who was so integral to the success of the Golden State Warriors. Here is a young guy who was considered at one point coming out of college for the power forward and center spot, too small to play the position. But as the NBA has downsized, as it's gotten smaller and faster, Draymond Green can be as important as any other player on a roster. Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Nance passes to Porter. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Stolen by Gordon. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Birch. They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback.
Boy, Markelle Fultz in the open floor, capitalizing on the defense's mistake. Nicely done.
And Drummond kicks to Porter. Back to Drummond. Three-pointer on the way. Here's Thompson. It doesn't go for him. So Orlando will take it the other way. Ross on the wing. And stolen by Drummond. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Here's Thompson. Pass to Windler. A 3-ball. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
It's stolen by Nance. There's Porter with the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
It's tipped. Birch the pass to Fultz. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
For the Magic, Awundu's checked in, and it's Frazier in for Terrence Ross. Then for the Cavaliers, Ante Zizic is checked in for Thompson. Dante Exum comes in for Porter, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Andre Drummond. Windler makes it off the glass. Windler's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
And the foul on Khem Birch. That's his first foul for the Magic. Clark comes in for Bamba, and it's Carter Williams in for Fultz. Jordan Bell's checked in for Cleveland. Liz, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough
giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Here's Dellavedova, accurate with a jumper from the elbow. Dellavedova's got his first points of the night.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Cans it from downtown. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Pass to Osman. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Now, here's Exum. He's tightly guarded. Just 5 on the clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Passes to Frazier. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And the three ball is good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg,
upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
But when I look at it as a fan of the game, I'm like, man, I'm blown away by what that team has accomplished too. So it just looks incredible. It's like the lighting looks crazy, the details and the texture of the skin, everything just looks so lifelike.
That's awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie, you get me excited.
So Agent, you've been really vocal about gameplay in a lot of the videos and the content that you create. You play a lot of Pro-Am, you play a lot of Park. What's one thing you want to see improved on from a gameplay standpoint?
There needs to be like a variety of like
And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, what a great job Nate McMillan has done since taking over as head coach, leading Indiana to 3 straight postseasons, and the style of play with which the team has played with, a credit to him and his staff.
And it's Brogdon off the drive. And Warren the bucket on the assist from Brogdon.
This is the kind of unselfishness you love seeing from Brogdon, making sure he gets it to the open man.
Garland the pass to Osman. Out to the right wing. Lets the 3 fly. They get it back. And Drummond is right there.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Here's Oladipo. Off the left rim and out. And a big part of McMillan's success, getting his guys, Clark, to play hard for him every night.
Yeah, and I think you're right, because this team gets the most out of itself. It's one thing to assemble talent. It's another to bring people together so they're playing for each other. And these guys do that night in and night out.
Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Warren. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Love. 17 points in his last outing. Garland with it. Ogden picks him up. And Cleveland turns it over again. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Here's Turner. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Brogdon. Finished off the break.
Brogdon doesn't mind getting bumped and bodied because he's able to handle that. Love how he fights off the defense.
It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. They trail by 6. Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And the wide-open shot from Warren. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. That one good for 2.
And it's clear that Sexton loves getting out in transition. He has a strong sense for how to capitalize.
Now, here's Brogdon. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And stolen by Drummond. Passes it to Garland. Puts it up from 17. Love, offensive rebound. Inside. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And you are going to pay every time you don't box out Love. He has a real nose for coming up with those offensive putbacks.
Now here is Holiday. No points in the game yet for him. Kept alive. Here's Brogdon. Here's Warren. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The Pacers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Feeds to Warren. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And Love with the second chance points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Here's Holiday, following the basket by Kevin Love.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Warren. Good D by Love.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And so it's T.J. Warren making highlights for Indiana. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Pacers, they've got Doug McDermott, and it's Holiday in at the 2-guard. Porter with the steal, and now the Cavaliers. Fast break, and they take the lead.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Holiday kicks to McDermott. Looks for Holiday. Gets it to him. Back to McDermott. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
4 on the shot clock. Fires from the corner. And a little luck that time, but it drops. McDermott's got his first basket of the night. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Here's Windler, and he makes that one. Windler's got the lead up to 2 now for the Cavs.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And that one's good by Porter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
I think he's got to keep working on his interior game. Doug McDermott showing he wants to be more than just an outside shooter.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Porter. Beyond the arc. That's in there. Love with the assist. Porter's got 7 points for the quarter.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Porter, no luck. Pacers trail by 5.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
On the wing, Porter. From past the arc. Porter can't get that one to fall. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Bitadze, the pass to McDermott, goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Porter outside, nailed from 3-point land. Porter's got 10.
And it just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And there's the pass to Bitadze. Good D by Thompson. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Pass to Drummond. Trying to get open is Thompson. And that one's good. Drummond. He has 6.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Warren kicks to Sumner. Left side, Turner. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
Turner is very comfortable letting it go from there. A dependable scorer from the mid-range.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And the first half is now in the books.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams. And
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. Clock at 6. Garland the pass to Osman. Over Oladipo. And it's Osman missing.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one. When you talk about outstanding athletes in the NBA, Victor Oladipo is on that list. Even if he's only 90%, this guy is explosive, actually more explosive than most.
To the middle, intercepted. There's Garland. The slam dunk by Garland.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And you think about trying to come back from that big knee injury, a lot riding on Oladipo's recovery.
Well, a big part of his recovery and coming back effectively is sports medicine has come a long, long way, Kevin. He won the 2018 Most Improved Award. They stopped doing the Comeback Player of the Year, but you know, he's looking for that kind of return this season.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Rocked in the pass to Warren. The kick out to Holiday. A three-pointer is right on target. Holiday's got 5.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Here's Oladipo. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
So both teams making some changes here. Indiana shooting their first free throw tonight.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Nance outside, passes it to Garland. Outside, Porter. 5 to shoot. Corner shot, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And that's now 6 points for Darius Garland. Holiday, the pass to Turner. Back to Holiday. Kicks it to Oladipo. Has to be Bitadze. Outside Holiday. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Now here's McDermott. Defense is right there. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decade.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Justin Holiday's checked in for the Pacers. Takes a 3. No good there. The Cavaliers leading by 6. And a wide open look for Porter. No good with the triple. But they recover it. A rebound by Bitadze. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. The shot by Turner, no good. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Porter passes to Garland. Thompson with it. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. It's good. At that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
And he gets it to go. Turner's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, the ability of Turner to put the ball on the floor and take it strong to the bucket makes him valuable for his team.
On the wing, Thompson. He is still scoreless so far in this one. 5 on the clock. Garland, no good. You were talking about the unicorns. Miles Turner in that category as a shot blocker who can space the floor. I don't think he's got a ceiling. What about you?
I think his ceiling is really high, Kevin. He's still young, which always bodes well for somebody with his work ethic and skill set. I think he can be an all-star player. Franchise player, those are few and far between. I'm not sure if he can get to that level, but all-star certainly within his reach.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Now Porter, no good with the layup. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Cavaliers lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's T.J. McConnell, and it's Sumner in at the 2 guard. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
That's his first personal foul.
Cavaliers leading. Here's Sexton. And stolen by McConnell.
The turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second. Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That is his first foul of the game. And Cleveland making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Indiana.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
Garland, he's checked in for Cleveland. And he's good on the second. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Love. It's hauled in by Warren. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. The kick out to Oladipo. Back to Brogdon. The pass to Sumner. On the wing, Turner. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Well, Cleveland shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Here's the 3. No good, shot missing.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Sumner's shot is off. Aaron Holiday's checked in for Edmund Sumner. Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
And Garland has it in the corner. Stolen by Holiday. And Oladipo, here we go. And he comes up with the deuce. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Holiday left side. Brogdon finds Turner. 6 on the shot clock. And Brogdon, here we go. And it's good for 2. Brogdon's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, it's clear why people are high on Brogdon. His ability to take over on important possessions, outstanding.
Lets it fly. Misses off the left iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
And he gets the bucket. Now it's a 3-point Pacer lead.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his first foul. Porter's checked in for Jetty Austin. There's Garland. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebound.
And the basket is good. And that's now 9 points for Colin Sexton. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Indiana needs to get a shot off. Warren, good. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Down low, stolen by Warren. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. It counts.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Garland, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Stolen by Garland.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
This is what leaders do. But you got to love seeing Sexton own these moments and coming up clutch.
Outstanding poise from Malcolm Brogdon. Relishes any chance he gets to be the man in the clutch.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. So the wing on the left. Here's Sexton. It falls! A huge shot to tie it up. Sounds like a rock concert in here.
And guys, that was the bucket they have been waiting for.
Oladipo dishes to Turner. Pass to Brogdon. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Cavaliers to start out, and always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Garland. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Porter, and it's Windler in at the shooting guard position. Locked in right side. Outside, Warren. The dish to Turner. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Turner's got the first points here in the overtime period for Indiana. Bobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Outside to Brogdon. On the wing, Holiday. Indiana moving it around. McDermott passes to Turner. Warren trying to break loose. The shot by Turner no good. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. The wide open look here for Garland. Another three for Cleveland.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one. Evolving as a leader right before our eyes, it's important that Turner continue to prove he can score in big moments.
To the inside, got a piece of it. And now the fast break, Brogdon with the ball. Here's Holiday, finished off the break. And the Pacers lead by 1.
And you might not have expected him to go for the steal there, but boy, oh boy, did that ever work out.
2 free throws coming up, and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
He kicks it to Warren. Just 5 to shoot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Here's Brogdon. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Cleveland's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
Big shot player. Sexton showing us he loves the spotlight. Seems energized performing here under the bright lights.
Count the basket.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Here's Love. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
You all may have heard this before, but I can't resist this fun fact about Kevin Love. His uncle was one of the founding members of the band The Beach Boys. And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
It's good!
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They get it again. Irwin kicks to Love. Here's Sexton. Cleveland the rebound. Love the pass to Sexton. Goes up again. Good!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
On the wing, Holiday. And here's Oladipo. Can't cash in. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
fans. Mike, now this is your chance to ask Agent a question, maybe about gameplay or 2K20 or 2K21. What's on your mind, Mike?
This idea of esports. I know a lot of people complain about dice rolls and missing full whites. Like, do you think that's something we need to go like to the extreme with? What I'm scared of, I guess, is like we make Team Pro-Am or something. Make it so that if you don't get a perfect release, you'll miss every single time. Like, is that an experience you think people will want?
I just divided.
And the Cavaliers already with a focused look on their faces. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the 1 spot. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Here's Levine. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. You know, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20, game 30, where guys started to get nights off.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
They get it back. Here's Love. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Levine, good. Levine's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You see the acceleration of Levine on the dribble drive. That's hard to contain.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys,
hammering it in.
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times. Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
There's White. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Passes it to Levine. Back to Carter. Outside, White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. Unloads from 9. Misses off the right eye. The Cavaliers trail by 4.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young. So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Kevin Love taking 2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the first one drops.
Where a guy plays the power forward and sometimes the center spot, he has great touch at the line. Kevin Love is a tremendous face-up shooter. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Done. And the rejection by Love. To the middle. Young passes to Cornette. And now here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Kicks it to Garland. The baseline J. Here's Thompson. Pass to Windler. And here is Garland. He's got 6.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that. Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
A solid athlete, quick leaper. Thompson's always a threat on this play.
Here's Satoransky, and the rejection by Love. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They grab their own miss. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Satoransky. Good D by Thompson. And a wide open look for Porter. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Down low. And the basket by Hutchison.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for you. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Chicago right now, Valentine out there with Young. Then there's Dunn, and it's Cornette in at the center. And then slams it in.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Harrison kicks to Dunn. Pass to Cornette. Fires from deep. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Cleveland. Trailing by 4. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That sets off a 5-game tour for him. And the pass to Windler. Now Porter. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Bulls. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens. And, of course, there's the Cavaliers, and they're down 4 spots from them.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run. Those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. And then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
Swiped away. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And stolen by White. In transition, here come the Bulls. Porter's running. And it's sent back by Drummond.
It's amazing. Drummond doesn't block more shots. He has a 9-foot standing reach.
And Cleveland making a change here. Porter's checked in. Levine for 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Now here's Porter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Good. Nice job down low. White looking around. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
To the paint. Here's Nance. The kick out to Porter. Sexton with it. 26 points for him last game against Chicago.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
The Bulls making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. Levine passes to Markkanen. Back to Levine. Porter kicks to Levine. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded. Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. 1:27 left now here in the second. A baseline J. He squares up and sinks it.
With the defenses trying to take away the 3 ball, Porter understands that the mid-range area is open to him.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Love's checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. Here's Sexton. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And for those who criticize Drummond facilitating, I say rewatch that play. He's improving.
Here's Satoransky. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 3rd assist on the night. Bobbed up there for Love. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Not a big leaper from a standstill position, but Kevin Love got up and got that one.
And then Carter with the dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Shaquille Harris comes in for Levine.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Satoransky, the pass to Carter. Here's Hutchison, guarded by Porter. Good on the shot. Hutchinson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bulls.
allowing any room to operate. You know he's going to be aggressive.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
There's 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Harrison in the corner. The three from Valentine. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 8 points and 4 assists. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
Beautiful find by LaVine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Garland the pass to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And LaVine, here we go. And the rejection by Love.
Not known for blocking shot, but Kevin Love got all of that one.
Taking a look here at numbers for Sexton. His last 10 games have been exceptional. Averaging 25 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with this play here of late.
Therein lies the question. Has he reached a new level in his game, or is this just a hot streak that'll eventually cool down? We'll see.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. But do you think that could possibly work?
I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
Carter left side. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Now here's White. He's guarded closely. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And for that matchup with the Magic, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group. A little artistry in the painted area converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
And Young kicks to Porter. From the baseline. The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
Otto Porter is in attack mode. When he gets to the rim, he gets there in a hurry.
Hey, look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 1.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard as we've gotten into the second half of the season. These teams have become better and better, scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Bulls.
Their defense has taken on a new life since the break. I mean, they're getting into teams, forcing turnovers, and they look like a different group.
If history is any indicator, more often than not, LaVine's going to take this shot. It's what he's built to do.
And that one's good. Osman.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
White drives in with the tip. Young on the follow. Young's got his first points of the game.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Windler. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Nance passes to Windler. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. Garland, no good. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Drummond. Love comes in for Larry Nance. And Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman. Porter with the steal.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Often the way you end quarters has a big impact on the outcome of the game.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First one falls for him.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Cavaliers have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Porter with the steal. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
The complete game of Otto Porter. Overplay him, and it's a good bet. He'll find an open man.
Here's Markkanen. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And it's a 6-point Bulls lead. Now Garland, 11 points in the game. Here's Thompson, banked in off the glass. Thompson's got 6.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
Passes to Harrison. Young, right side. Outside, Porter. That will count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 4-point game on the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Dunn. Then there's Valentine. And it's Cornette in at the 5, roaming the paint. Satoransky, the pass to Hutchison. Dunn left side. He kicks it to Valentine. Clock is at 3. From beyond the arc. Offensive rebound, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Satoransky. The dish to Dunn. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Dunn's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls. And Thompson throws it down.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Valentine passes to Cornette, and he drops it in from the low post. And the Bulls lead by 7.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Hutchison's shot is off. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Seems to happen every season. Thompson adds a little something more to his offensive repertoire.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. From in close and off the glass. That one's good.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Valentine passes to Carter. And he converts the layup. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Valentine wide open. He fires. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Andre Drummond's checked in for Cleveland. Osman comes in for Porter. Then for the Bulls. Markkanen, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Porter comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And Levine subbed in for Denzel Valentine. Here's Porter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Trademark move by Otto Porter. He makes excellent use of the pump fake.
And he knocks down the first one. White, he's checked in for Satoransky. And Porter drops them both.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Garland dishes to Drummond. Sexton deciding where to go with it. The Cavaliers with a new 14. Count it.
What makes Drummond a great rebounder, not just his size and athleticism, it's his tremendous anticipation.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And Levine, here we go. And Levine throws it down.
Now, I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense.
For the 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. Cleveland now, time running out. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And there it is for us.
10-point accuracy near the rim, something Kevin Love has had for a very long time.
Here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Wow, this shows the confidence the team has in Andre and the improved confidence he has in himself.
Markkanen kicks to White. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Carter outside. Clock at 4. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Three-pointer. And it's White missing. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Markkanen finds White. Out to the right wing. Levine with it. It's up a 3. Kept alive. Here's Osman, guarded by Porter. Knocks down the 3.
This is what leaders do. You gotta love seeing Sexton own these moments and coming up clutch.
And there's the feed to Markkanen. From deep three-point range, offline. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I am here joined by Snipes 2430, the most My League online wins. Snipes, how you pulling off all these W's, man?
Man, I don't know, man. Just hard work and dedication. I'm just putting in the miles, putting in that work. Definitely in the gym, getting those shots in.
Definitely. So what kind of setup do you have when you play My League online? Like, what are you doing with your friends, with people you...
And a glimpse inside the locker room. We get a break in the action. Now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Magic. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And, of course, Cleveland. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And right now for the Magic, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here's Fournier. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here. Back to Sexton. Jacks up a three. Buries the long-range jumper. Sexton's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Cavs.
Think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. Shot clock at 3. The Magic again can't hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished one ballot shy, burning all the MVP votes.
We wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Stone as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Porter's checked in. Then for the Magic, Terrence Ross comes in for Ennis, and Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine.
Well, Sexton's confidence growing now, knocking it down from the three-point line. That's big.
And stolen by Love. And here's the fast break. Love leading the way. And stolen by Gordon. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. No good on the triple. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up to the Cavaliers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with a loss. They put up a good fight, and they had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
Here's Fultz. Buries it from three-point range.
And how about the quick fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
The pass to Vucevic. Magic moving the ball around. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
Let's look at the stats for Nikola Vucevic. The past month has been surreal. Right around 21 points per, 12 rebounds and 4 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Porter, the basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Carter Williams. 20 points for him last game against Chicago.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Sexton. Another three for Cleveland. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to Chicago. Birch the pass to Bamba. Ross against Porter. Pass to Birch. Down low. Here's Bamba. Yep, that one goes.
And you see Bamba on the offensive end. Very raw, but has potential, particularly from this range.
No good that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Orlando, we've got Michael Carter-Williams. He's out there with Fultz. Terrence Ross is out there with Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4 spot.
Oh, yeah. When Larry Nance Jr. sees a chance to throw it down, he'll throw down. Colin Sexton describes himself as a combo guard who likes to stay in attack mode and is very explosive. When he sees a gap and he gets into seams, he gets down there and tries to make some things happen.
Bamba's shot is off.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul. Cavaliers making a switch here. Osman's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. James Ennis comes in for Terrence Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. And Sexton a combo guard. Thus far more of a scorer than probably a playmaker.
I think that's really what he's aiming for. He likes to watch film on Russell Westbrook and James Harden. And as we know, Kevin, watching those two play, they are very hungry and thirsty to score on a nightly basis. I think that's where Colin is pretty much laying the foundation of his game.
Garland, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Carter-Williams kicks to Birch. Now here's Carter-Williams. D right on him. Puts it up. The Magic again can't hit. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Osman the pass to Thompson. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Ennis dishes to Bamba. Lays it up and banks it in. Bamba's got his second basket of the night.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Andre Drummond comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Kevin Love is subbed in for Larry Nance.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Fournier.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? Can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as
both
a big.
ends of the floor. I totally agree. Ross is checked in for the Magic. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic trail by 5. From deep. No good from Ross. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Garland with the bucket. 1:04 left in the first half. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Kicks to Augustine. Five to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Porter's checked in for Cleveland. Colin Sexton comes in for Garland. And a switcher also for Orlando. Fultz is checked in. To the inside. Vucevic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Nancy's checked in for Kevin Love. Hamid Bamba, he's checked in for the Magic.
Well, Nancy's just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Gordon kicks to Ross. Another miss by Orlando. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. From deep three-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Cleveland.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It was Colin Sexton who got hot in the first. He had 9 points, 3 assists. And that'll do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. Pulls it up. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Fournier. Now Vucevic. Shot clock at 5. Count it. And the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Fournier.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
The 3. And that one is off. And Orlando the other way now.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Drummond with it. Now guarded by Ennis. Here's Osman. Hands it from downtown. Osman's got 5 points so far.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Took him no time at all on that one. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Now the feed to Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Inside, and it's sent back by Drummond.
And they continue to control the glass.
A pull-up. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Magic. Trailing here by 8. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. So both teams changing it up here. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Porter in the corner. Shoots the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Porter's got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Here's Ennis. Misses from short range. Cleveland's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Here's Windler. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Windler's got 5.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Hamid Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Cam Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Terrence Ross is checked in for Ennis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Evan Fournier. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Thompson doing a good job looking for his teammates, using his size to see over the defense.
To the middle, Birch. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Birch has got his first 2 points.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Pass to Windler. Here's Garland. Outside Porter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And since we've got a second, let's go to our rookie watch and see which of the first-year players are averaging the most blocks since the All-Star break. We'll take a look at Porter, an intimidating defender, 3rd in the league.
I tell you, he's picked a lot of opponents' tendencies as the year has gone on and has put that knowledge to work defensively.
Aaron Gordon, who's checking in for the Magic.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. And he's able to get it back. 27 seconds left to play here in the third. Ross with the steal. Fultz the pass to Birch. Drops in the layup for 2. Birch has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
Yeah, you could throw it just about anywhere for Larry Nance Jr., and then he'll know what to do with it.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Porter, no luck. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points come. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The number of trades now starting to involve stars. It feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So You get a guy for a couple years, what he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustin out there with Fultz, and it's Ross in at the small forward position. The free throw drops for Augustin. Both free throws good from Augustin.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
To the paint, in deep, and Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Sexton. 6 points for Kevin Love.
And Kevin Love getting comfortable on the inside on that possession. He's got the size and touch to be effective around that arc. Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. The shot by Sexton, no good.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Gordon.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Sexton's shot is good.
Closer Sexton gets to the basket, the more dangerous he can become, and the defense has got to recognize that.
Here's Ross, and the jam by Ross.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Orlando making some changes. James Ennis, he'll check in for Ross. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Fultz. The Magic trail by 9. To the left side wing. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And Augustin kicks to Vucevic from 12 feet out. Augustin, no luck.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Over to the wing. Back to Porter. Pass to Osman. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Fournier. Clock at 6. On the wing, Porter. A shot. Love trying to break loose. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Porter's got 9 points here in the second half. There's the pass to Ennis. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Sexton the pass to Drummond. Sexton, Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Feeds it to Gordon. Out to the wing. The basket is good. The assist from Augustin. Augustin's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Cavaliers leading by 6. A minute 42 left in the 4th quarter. Over to the left wing. And it's Osman missing. Magic have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. A try by Vucevic. Here's Gordon. And foul on the shot. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Magic again can hit. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
And foul on the shot. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Frazier knocks down the three ball. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Exum finds Dellavedova. Here's Windler, guarded by Fultz. For the three, Windler's shot is off. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's